Silent Hill TDS, J. Leo, Hitchhikers. Check. I'ma spit fire and propane. Keep a little baggie of some veggies, your romaine. Zombie ass bitch tryna eat up the whole brain. While this bummy ass nigga still asking for more change. Get your taste buds lit, popping right under your tongue. Lighting up a sharp strain, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoke another lead to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the factions when my rations getting low. Get down on the floor, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show, I don't know, I just release and go. Can't hear what you're saying, this sweet too loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze in a blaze, I got heat to throw. Then I'm let the heater flow and send you to the heat below. Think it's a game, I pick the date before you let him roll. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype. Middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on your grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas want it in me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of character, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire in meth doom hits. The sun god bringing some light, now watch your mood switch. Hieroglyphs when writing scripts, namaste but conquering. Conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the Arctic gets.
What's going on, people? How y'all doing today? Well, tonight, we back again. It's your boy, Wildcard Mar, I.O.W. Sports, Late Night Owl Edition, episode 101. 101. It is episode 101. Feels good. Hit episode 101, man. Thanks for everybody that supported, showing love. Let's get all the preliminary stuff out the way. Y'all going over to the website, www.iof19.com. That's where you get all the information on every last social media platform you're associated with. Definitely, if you're feeling charitable, go ahead, drop some coins in the collection plate or Patreon if you feel like, helping Detroit Mail and myself get some of these expenses taken care of, or what it takes to build a media conglomerate. Definitely do that. Cop some merch. I'm rocking some of the I Off the Wonder podcast merch, so you can see it. Of course, you get some I.O.W. sports merch. Get some of the J. Edwin collection. That's also on the website. Most importantly, y'all going over to your respective app stores. If you are a Google Android user, go over to the Google Play Store. If you're a Apple iOS user, going over there and go over to the Apple Store and do that. Download the app. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering right now because I just saw Ryan just came over in the comments and said that Frank Clark just got charged with the guns. I'm gonna look into that just real quick, but definitely do all that. Go to the like I said, the website, download the app. What's going on, Richie Ryan? How you doing, big homie? Hope everything's good. I know I'm still feeling a little hurt about our Chiefs, but at least our Lakers won the other day. I'm still feeling real optimistic about the Lakers. I don't know how that shit's gonna turn out. That's looking real shaky there, but so website, app, do that. What'd you say, Ryan? Yeah, I know. I'm still feeling sad too, bro. Clark should send you some cash for merch. He should.
I mean, if you got the money to keep buying all these damn AKs and fucking Uzis and shit, he can definitely send some money to get some merch. Go ahead, finance I.O.W. Sports, Frank. Looks like your days are numbered. Of course, I got to give a shout out to my boy Silent Hill, aka 40 Water. You see it scrolling on the bottom of the screen. The theme song for the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition, Pale Moon Devil Dance. So go follow my homeboy on YouTube. Do that. Before we get too far, let's go ahead and drop the wild card Mari top play from the night. Big time shit that I saw. Your man Jaylen Brown put on a hell of a show in Charlotte. So Celtics came in and got the victory, but definitely check this out.
Brown, two. Take that. 5-point game. Rebound. Wow, Brown has come up huge. So, that just punched away, but Schroeder's going to get to the line. Here's Tatum. And Bridges has had his fair share of dunks, but Jaylen Brown says, take that with you, Miles Bridges. Whoa. Oh, that's the best angle right there.
There you have it right there. Your boy Jaylen Brown putting Miles Bridges on the poster. Not too often that happens to Miles Bridges. He's usually the one putting people's on posters. So hey, live and die by the dunk. It happens. Everybody gets dunked on. Ask Patrick Ewing. Hell, ask LeBron. Everybody gets dunked on. You're never safe from getting dunked on. Let's just say that. So there you go. Wild card Mar top play of the night. That man Jaylen Brown put on a dunk fest down in Charlotte. Savage. I know that shit was sick. That shit was damn sick. So I look. Let's go ahead and talk about tonight's Monday Night Football game. Just kind of wrap up Week 7 of the NFL season. A very boring game. If you did pay attention and watched the day stream of the I.O.W. Sports Show today, I wasn't shy about being honest about what was going on with the Diggs BTW. Hey, what's up? What's happening? How you doing? How's everything? I 13-10 was a score. No shock there. But let's take a quick look at the highlights together. I mean, when you look at the game, it wasn't crazy. Very, very, very boring game. All right. This shit was very boring. You see the start of the game with the Seahawks was able to get the that was their only offense, that quick play to DK Metcalf. I mean, I wasn't expecting much from this game, guys. I really wasn't. I wasn't expecting nothing extravagant. I mean, there's 2 quarterbacks in this game that I don't trust. All right. I don't trust Jameis Winston. I don't trust Geno Smith. That's for damn sure. So you got what you got. You got a defensive game, which I wasn't shocked. I wasn't shocked that we got a defensive game. I don't know what's up with YouTube. They're trying to fuck up my highlight. Y'all trying to make a boy look bad. I'm trying to actually be a analyst tonight. The fuck, YouTube. But no, look, Seattle looks like a mess, man. This is when it's so important that you have your leadership and Russell Wilson. This is where you miss it. If you're going to play a very low scoring game like it was tonight, you need your captain. You need the guy that's going to make certain adjustments. He's going to make certain audibles. Is going to put your offense in good position. They definitely would have put up more than 10 points. It didn't help that the kicker missed a couple field goals for Seattle. I actually picked Seattle to win this game. I thought they would be able to do it just because it was home. I picked them because of the home field advantage. Looked like it wasn't too much of an advantage tonight. I mean, there's no other way to say it. As you see, Marshawn Lattimore and DK Metcalf getting into it, they were pretty much, having a piss test, pissing contest all day. Look, Seattle. Do not be surprised if they miss the playoffs. Don't be surprised. They're in a huge hole right now. You're talking about a team that obviously games like tonight, and you see DK getting out of his element. Of course, he had the big play, but that was you look at that long touchdown drive that DK Metcalf had off that one play. It was bad defense. One, the defender was on him. He should not allow that catch. And then two, the safety, what's his name? Marcus Williams, I think. Of course, he takes a bad angle, misses a tackle, looks kind of familiar when Diggs hit the Minnesota Miracle, tackling with your head down. Look, Seattle better be happy that they got that touchdown. Other than that, they couldn't move the ball. Seattle had a horrible time moving the ball. Geno Smith, man, I don't know how he's still in the league. When you got Geno Smith as your backup quarterback, good luck. You better hope that your QB1 is durable as hell. And look, the Seattle O-line is not any better. It's not like they was doing such a great time of protecting Russell Wilson. So who the hell is Geno Smith? I don't know. He's some bum, man. He somehow got into the league, right? He was very I don't know how he's still sticking around. I really don't know how Geno Smith is still around. This is crazy. I feel like everything's flipped this year. Seattle, Pittsburgh, KC, New Orleans all sucking. Now we got Arizona leading the league and Cincinnati. This is the Twilight Zone. It is the Twilight Zone. I swear. Oh, you really never heard of Geno Smith? He played at West Virginia, got drafted by the Jets, and then once he fills it out from the Jets, he's kind of been a career backup guy. So you're not missing much with Geno Smith. Somehow he still made it to the league. But back to your comment, Ryan, I do feel like we're in the Twilight Zone. But here's the thing about some of the teams you listed. Pittsburgh was going to suck. I knew Pittsburgh was going to suck. Ben Roethlisberger is a shell of himself. I mean, it's evident. He's been a shell of himself the last 2-3 years. Nowhere close to the, he will be a Hall of Famer. I certainly don't see it, but he will be. I mean, he's had the riches of having great players around him that made him look good. Say what you want. He had Antoine Randall, Hines Ward, Deuce Staley for a minute, Jerome Bettis, going down the line. Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, Juju. He's had a lot of people that made Ben look good. He had Plaxico Burress at the beginning of his career. So I mean, look, Ben he went to a good organization, a rail-run organization, and a team that call around him. But Pittsburgh, they're in a tough division. Cleveland is better than them. So of course, Cincinnati right now is definitely better than them. They already beat Pittsburgh. Baltimore is better than them. They're in a tough division. I don't see Pittsburgh being any better. You know, they got a couple of wins, but they not beating nobody. Pittsburgh don't scare me. I don't think they scare a lot of teams either. Seattle is just down because that injury to Russell did not help them at all. Defense can't stop the run. You don't have enough offense right now. Besides DK getting that long touchdown reception tonight, they're not doing enough. Look, I already went over Kansas City's issues today. Kansas City, of course, their defense is atrocious. But now you're having problems on offense, which was their bread and butter. O-line's been kind of shoddy lately, inconsistent, besides Creed Humphreys, the rookie at center. Can't sustain drives. The turnovers are absolutely killing the Chiefs right now. Absolutely killing the Chiefs. And the crazy thing, if you really look at the Chiefs, you're talking about a top 5 offense with the turnovers. So if they are able to stop the turnovers, they're an unstoppable offense. That's nuts. That's crazy. I mean, you really can't make shit up like that. Like, that's crazy. I would have never thought that a team that turns over the ball so much can still be a good offense. Just don't. I mean, look at Mahomes, period. If you don't pay attention to the interceptions, he's top 3 passing yards, top 3 in touchdowns, but he's top 3 in turnovers, combined turnovers. 9 picks, 2 fumbles lost. And it's very uncharacteristic that he's doing this in such a short amount of time. What is happening? Wide receivers not catching the footballs. And I think it goes beyond that on the offense. What's up with the play calling? You as a team, especially the Chiefs, especially on that offense, when you see what was working for you in 2018 when Mahomes got his first year as a starter, it's not working in 2021. It's just not. They've adjusted. Matter of fact, you can probably go even last year to 2020. You see teams really starting to adjust to the Chiefs and how they ran offense. It wasn't no more that it's not like they was getting a lot of those home run hits last year. They're definitely not getting them this year. I mean, the teams are going to continue to put 2 safeties about 25 yards off the line of scrimmage, and they're going to dare Patrick Mahomes to just take the underneath shit. And he has to do it. And you also, as a play caller, whether it's Andy Reid or AB Enemy calling the plays, you have to adjust to how defense are playing to you, period. And here's one thing that I saw. I saw Travis Kelce closer to the sideline and had the safety beat, and Patrick overthrew him and the ball sailed out of bounds. When I saw that, I'm like, hey, something's really going on. What's really going on? We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know if Patrick is distracted, his head's not in the game, but they have to pick it up. I'm half full. I'm a half glass empty, half glass full kind of guy with the Chiefs right now. And not just because I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm just being honest. When you look at how they're playing right now, that's the empty part, is because we know how bad the defense is. But then when you're talking about all the problems that you have on offense, which are fixable, they are definitely fixable, you're like, oh, well, damn, this is just a bad team right now. I mean, there's no other way to really say it. They were a good team playing bad football right now. That's the best way to sum it up. I mean, there's no other way to say that. New Orleans, I still think they're not going to make the playoffs. I get it. They're 4-2. But, I mean, look at the teams in the NFC that I think are a lot better than them. I mean, let's look at the standings right now. Of course, Arizona's sitting there at 7-0. They're looking pretty damn good right now. They got a big game coming up Thursday against Green Bay, but Green Bay might be without Devontae Adams. So that changes a lot for that game. So there's only 7 spots. It's only 7 spots in the playoffs. But Arizona, I think for sure, is way better than New Orleans. If they were to play right now, they would kick the dog shit out of them. Tampa Bay is better than New Orleans, and they're in the same division. Green Bay is better than them. Rams are definitely better than them. Dallas is better than them. So there's 5 teams right there. I know New Orleans sitting at the 6th spot right now. So if the season ended right now, yes, they would be in the playoffs. But Minnesota is 3-3, but I think they're better than New Orleans. Atlanta is 3-3. I mean, there's not a lot of things to really write about Atlanta, but I think that they definitely give New Orleans a run. Chicago, not so much. Possibly, maybe they could probably leap forward in front of New Orleans. They're 3-4, and New Orleans is 4-2. Carolina, they're in that same division too. Looking at where the Saints are, they're in probably a real decent, low key competitive division. Saints are there. Tampa Bay is definitely going to be there. They're going to win that division. But Carolina and Atlanta, they're not far. They're 1 game behind the Saints. So it's not like the Saints are going to. They're not even guaranteed to be 2nd place out of their division. And San Francisco can finally get their quarterback situation right. I think they're better than New Orleans. New Orleans already beat Washington, so I'm not going to go that far. So, that's about it. I just don't see it. If they get there, it's a miracle, in my opinion. So what you say, Ryan? Something's up with Reed, and I think Mahomes got baby batter in his brain. It's got to be something. Now, I said something earlier today on the day stream about the Chiefs, and many people might not agree with me. I don't care. This is my show, so I'm gonna say what the fuck I want. I saw a very similar situation in Philly in 2012, the year right before Andy Reid became the Chiefs coach. So 2012, the unfortunate incident, his son Garrett passed away, OD'd, and that was in training camp. That was in August. Reid didn't, he probably took some time off, but he didn't take an extensive amount of time off. Coached that season with the Eagles. I'm willing to bet he was distracted. His mind was not in the right place. Team went 4-12 this year. Didn't take a year off. Got fired from Philly. Of course, they're going to say he's a mutual partner of the ways, but he was relieved of his duties. Week later, he's already in Kansas City. So he really didn't. Where's the time in that year, especially in the life of a coach? Where did he have time to grieve of losing a son? So 2013 gets the job as the Chiefs. Fast forward to 2021, early this year, February, Super Bowl, literally days before the Super Bowl. His other son, Britt, gets in trouble, hits a vehicle that stalled on the shoulder in Kansas City, hits it. A little 5-year-old girl was in the hospital for a long time, in a coma for weeks. She has since then woken up, but there's no telling on what the extensive damage is. So he has to deal with that. It's found out that he was drinking. And you saw what the result was in the Super Bowl. You saw uncharacteristic coaching from Andy Reid. Refused to make adjustments, refused to run the ball, just refused to just, take what the defense gives you. Kept calling plays for all these, long wide receiver routes that take time to develop. And you had a shoddy O-line to sit there and expect that you were going to protect Patrick Mahomes. Then the season starts. I say all that to say that maybe Andy Reid isn't 100% mentally there, focused. This is just observation, just my opinion. I don't think he's focused. I don't think he's there. I think his mind is somewhere else because this is the second situation he's dealing with some family things in the midst of coaching. Because it's still the situation with his son is still ongoing, hasn't been resolved. There's no telling on what the charges are. If he if he's going to get charged with vehicle, I can't remember what the charge was, but something like definitely driving under the influence, and then they'll probably get reckless endangerment because he hurt that little girl. She was a little 5-year-old. So he'll definitely get in trouble for this shit. But that's not the first time that neither of his sons have gotten into some shit, gotten into some trouble. And of course, him being daddy, he'll put him on the team's coaching staff somewhere, and try to if he keeps him close, he'll stay out of trouble. But that just hasn't been the case. So I'm saying all that to say this, and I'm not saying this to say that Andy Reid is a terrible father. I'm not saying that, because you can't protect your kids at all times. But what I'm saying is that when his own sons have had repeated issues, repeated, where's the, hey, I need to hold you accountable for your actions. You have to deal with this. You have to stand up and be a man about the situation. And I'm trying to relate this to, where's the accountability with the Chiefs? Who's that voice? Because I want it to be my head coach to hold players accountable for their mistakes. I mean, you're not holding people accountable on the defensive side, that's for sure. Now, don't get me wrong, and I saw you said it earlier. I do like Nick Bolton too. I like Nick Bolton, but you gotta hold people and coaches, the players and coaches, both accountable. Steve Spagnuolo on defensive coordinator. I don't know what's going on with the defensive side of the ball, but this shit's atrocious. They're literally in the bottom of just about every defensive category. Literally, they're the bottom 2 of just about every defensive category. And here's another thing. Shout out to Mr. Darren Smith, works at 810 WHB out in Kansas City. He got the show, The Ship, with Darren Smith. Check him out. He brought up a good point. When the Chiefs win the coin toss, why not take the ball first? You know what I'm saying? When the offense is your bread and butter on that team, you obviously see that your defense is struggling. Why would you put them on the field first? You're giving away the momentum. People, believe it or not, momentum means something in sports. Ask anybody that ever plays sports. You can be down, but if you just get one play or one thing to swing the momentum to your way, it literally rolls like an avalanche. And then next thing you know, you're cooking with bacon grease. Momentum is a lot. Momentum means everything in sports. You know what I'm saying? So when you give that defense that the Chiefs got, which is totally despicable, horrendous, and you give the opposing team a chance to set the tone off gate, you give Tennessee and Derrick Henry the ball to start the game. So what did you expect was going to happen? So you can go and load up the box to stop Derrick Henry, but there's still A.J. Brown and Julio Jones on the outside. The Chiefs made Ryan Tannehill look like fucking Dan Marino yesterday. Like, seriously. And I'm not big on Ryan Tannehill, but I don't think he's a complete scrub, but I don't think he's fucking Joe Montana back there. He's not the heir apparent of quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? He's not the model formula for a quarterback. And it made him look like unstoppable yesterday. So this is why, it's little things like that is starting to make me believe that I think Andy Reid is distracted. I don't know what it is. I'm assuming. which I hate to assume. It makes an ass out of you, not me. Like, see what I did there. But no, something has to be wrong, because after every loss, you get the pressure from Andy Reid. Oh, we know what's wrong. We're going to fix it. We're going to get better. When? When is this going to happen? When you got literally all 4 of your losses are to top AFC contenders. Lost to the Chargers, you'll see them again. Lost to the Ravens. If the Chiefs make it to the playoffs, you'll see them again. You know what I'm saying? You're losing the top AFC contenders. Lost to Buffalo. If you make it to the playoffs, you'll see it. If the Chiefs make it to the playoffs, you'll see them again. Just got slapped by Tennessee yesterday. If you make it to the playoffs, you'll probably see them again. So you don't give yourself that benefit of having any type of tiebreakers no more. You've already lost to some of the top teams in the AFC. There's no more. There's no advantage right there. You know, the last 3 years, Chiefs were one of the top teams in the AFC. You became the benchmark of what to beat into the AFC. Now the teams are catching up. That's what happens. And now that they've caught up, and let's kill this narrative right now. Let's not sit here and say that, oh, the league has caught up to Patrick Mahomes. That's bullshit. I will say that the league has caught up to how the Chiefs run their offense. Now it's up to the Chiefs to readjust to how people play them. And as simple as it sounds, the Chiefs are making it that more difficult to just make the adjustments. They really are. They got to get back to the basics. Get back to the simplicity of shit. Run the ball. Get more balanced on offense. Keep defenses honest. Darrell Williams is adequate. Jerick McKinnon is adequate. I like Derek Gore that they brought off the practice squad. They had a great preseason. You can have a good running back by committee. Really could. But are they going to show that they're willing to make the adjustments? Because the league has already adjusted to how the Chiefs play offense. Now is the offense going to be able to adjust how they play against defenses? Take what the defense gives you. I got no worries that they'll get it fixed. Lucky for them, it's only week 7. And if you look at the top teams in the AFC, they all got 2 losses. Chiefs got 4. You're not too far behind. It's up to the players and coaches right now. Look themselves in the mirror and say, look, enough is enough. We're going to keep harping on this ball security. We're going to until we get better, until we show that we fixed the problem. But I think just get back to basics. Keep it simple, stupid. KISS. Run the ball. Dial up some plays that's going to get the football out of Mahomes' hands quicker. Because yesterday, I'm exaggerating, but I swear I saw him double pump like 10, 11 times. You know, just make the right reads, get the ball out of your hand, and sometimes hand it off. But you got to establish the run, because that opens up everything else. Instead of those 2 safeties being damn 25 yards off the line of scrimmage, scoot them jokers up to 15. Then you can hit Tyreek over the top. Then you can hit all that other stuff that you are used to hitting as the Chiefs offense. But no team is going to ever believe that they're going to stay committed to the run, because they haven't shown that they're going to stay committed to the run. Let's be honest, y'all. The Chiefs are killing the Chiefs. No other team is really beating them. It's the Chiefs beating the Chiefs. I'm willing to say that. It's no diss to the other 4 teams that are beating them. I think they're good teams. And I'm not saying that the Chiefs should be 7-0. I'm damn sure not saying that. but they shouldn't be 3-4. Not what they have on offense, and the certain bright spots that they do have on defense. Not a lot of bright spots on defense. Not a lot. I do like the young linebackers. Willie Gay, I like him. Nick Bolton, for sure, I like him. He's a tackling machine. I will give the defense some credit. They held Derrick Henry under 100 yards. If I'm correct, he had 29 carries, 100 something yards. Let me double check. Yeah, 29 carries, 86 yards. Not a lot of teams be able to say that right now that they've done that to Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? I will give the defense that kind of credit, but it don't mean nothing if you can't stop the pass. You got Ryan Tannehill almost throwing for 300 yards. You know, Chiefs got a lot of stuff to fix, but they still got time to do it. But AFC, man, AFC's jam packed. It's loaded. You know, just to go back to Ryan's question earlier, he said, now we got Arizona leading the league in Cincinnati. It is a twilight zone. When's the last time you thought that Cincinnati and Arizona would be the top two teams within, I'm sorry, one of the top 5 teams record-wise 7 weeks into the season? Anybody that ever thought that, you better play some lottery numbers because you're about to be a rich man or woman, whatever. Like, nobody would have thought that. But Cincinnati is doing what the Chiefs need to do. Cincinnati had offensive line issues. Get Joe Burrow hurt, you know, a few games into the season last year, losing for ACL tear. And you see that beatdown that they put on Baltimore in Baltimore yesterday. Beat them by 24, 41-7. But did you see the way that they did that? There you go, Ryan. Short game. Bingo. Short game. That's exactly how Cincinnati beat Baltimore yesterday. Short game. Look at that play that Jamar Chase took to the house. It was a slant. Joe Burrow made sure he did his job, got the football to him quick, fast. Jamar Chase caught it, broke a couple of tackles. Next thing you know, he's out for the races, gets a touchdown. His tight end did the same thing. Quick, short pass, let him do the rest. You're telling me Travis Kelce can't run after the catch? Shit, he's one of the best tight ends after the yak yards, getting yards after catch. You trying to tell me that Tyreek Hill can't take a slant and take it to the house? Shit. I bet you he can. If they try it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Kansas City don't have the personnel to win the short game. And I like an analogy that Nick Shine earlier said today. He said the Chiefs are like the Yankees. The New York Yankees, their whole batting lineup is constructed to do what? Hit home runs. They're not constructed to play small ball. You know, get your singles. Every now and you know, move the runner up. Every now and then get a double. You know, the Yankees are built to hit home runs. It's home run or bust. But when you see that the Yankees actually take the time to just put the ball in play, they're a better team. It's the same thing with the Chiefs. You can't sit here and think that you're going to keep hitting home runs with everybody back. Take what the defense gives you. Cincinnati is perfecting that right now. Like I said, they had offensive line issues. You know, and I was real critical of the Bengals taking Jamar Chase. Not that it wasn't indicative of Jamar Chase. He's a good talent, good wide receiver. But you need to protect Joe Burrow. But the Bengals got smart. They say, you know, until our offensive line gets there, developed, better, playing than what we need them to do, let's just keep it simple. You got a good running back in Joe Mixon, they'll run the ball. And then Joe Burrow does what? Let me make sure I get the football out of my hands. I'll bootleg, play action off this running game that's working. And then you see what you get with the result yesterday. You beat down Baltimore in Baltimore by 24 points. But by doing that, by just keeping it simple and matriculating the ball down the field and getting in the end zone, you take Baltimore out of what they do best. They're a run first team, period. They want to run the ball and run the ball. Every now and then take shots. You take Baltimore out of what they do best and make them one-dimensional because now they're playing from behind. I mean, it's sometimes it baffles me how coaches make certain shit that is so simple and they make it so damn complicated. They make it just too much. Where if you just play some damn football, play football. You know what I'm saying? You're right. Stop going for home runs every time. We need base hits. That's his best analogy right there, right? Chiefs need base hits. It's okay to take the intermediate route. It's okay to take the check downs. That interception that Mahomes threw yesterday. Tried to force it into Josh Gordon, which is another thing with the Chiefs. You bring in Josh Gordon this year, barely used him. You bring in Le'Veon Bell last year, barely used him. Stop bringing in these former players that have had some kind of notoriety off their name, and you're not going to use them. Stop doing it. If you're going to bring in somebody, get somebody that can pass rush, that can tackle, that can cover. Go pick up people that can help you do that. I mean, it's literally a mess in Kansas City right now because the offense is not helping the defense, and the defense damn sure ain't helping themselves. I'm very curious of how everybody's going to make their predictions for that game next week against the Giants. I don't even know which way I'm going to go with this. Of course, me being a Chiefs fan, I want to go for my Chiefs, but the way that they're playing right now, I don't even know. I really don't. It's a terrible Giants team. They're 2-5. But the Giants are at least showing that they got fight, man. They at least got that. They're going to lose probably a lot of games, but I bet you they're going to fight in every last one of them. That's one thing you're not seeing on this Chiefs roster right now. Where's the fight? Where's the grit? Where's the accountability? Who's holding who responsible for mistakes? Repeated mistakes. And I'm not saying I'm not going to be one of those fans that say you should bench Mahomes, but hell, you better light a fire in his ass. I say you better split the reps with Chad Henne in practice. At least get him in the mind frame that, hey, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck how much money you worth. I will replace you. You keep turning the ball over. You can't win with turnovers. Anybody that watches football knows there's three things you got to win to guarantee yourself a victory. One, got to win the trench war. You got to be able to protect your quarterback, and you got to be able to get after the quarterback. That's one. Two, time of possession. If I can control the game, I can end up implementing my game plan and taking the other team out of their game plan. And then three, got to win the turnover battle. Let me cause more turnovers for them, and I don't give the ball away. Well, that's two things that's not happening right now in Kansas City. They're giving the ball away, and they're not causing a lot of turnovers on defense. There's a lot of mess going on. Where's accountability? I generally 100% believe right now, if you start giving some of those first team reps to Chad Henne, I bet you the competitive juices and Patrick Mahomes will wake up and all the neurons in his brain will go, let me stop making stupid, silly mistakes and play fucking football. I'm willing to bet it'll change the whole outlook on how he looks at the game. At least threaten him. You got to threaten him. You have to. Because here's my thing. If you keep allowing this type of play to happen, you will be out of playoff contention before December. I'm telling you. The AFC is too loaded. AFC is too loaded. The Chiefs should be lucky that they're only 2 games back from the top team in the AFC. They should be happy they're only 2 games back. All those top teams in the AFC got 2 losses. Chiefs got 4. You better be happy that the gap is only that far. because the way they're playing, they don't look like a playoff team right now. They don't. They don't. They absolutely don't. Yeah, Henny came in and threw 96 yards in one possession. Mahomes threw 206 in the time game, and Henny stepped back, stayed in pocket, and threw. Yeah, he got the ball out. When he came in after Mahomes got knocked out, came in through the 3-step drop. That's it. And wasn't no back there keep pump faking, trying to play backyard ball. You get open and point and doing all that shit. No, you just get the football out. You just got to. I mean, but look, Chiefs ain't the only team struggling. There's two teams that for sure started 3-0 and kind of struggle right now. Broncos started 3-0, but they quickly got exposed. You keep beating on the trash teams in the NFL, and then all of a sudden your schedule starts stiffening up, and you're a totally different team. Totally different team. Lost the last 4. So Vic Fangio is going to be gone soon. I don't think he makes it the rest of the season. Vic Fangio does not make it for the rest of the season because he has been struggling as a coach the whole time he's been in Denver. You inherited a good defense, but the defense is on the field all the time. They're going to wear down eventually, and then they're going to give up points and give up yardage because that offense isn't doing enough for them. It's not doing enough to complement them. So they're going to struggle. That's expected. Carolina, Sam Darnold's definitely coming back down to earth. Not sure. It does play a little part that Christian McCaffrey hasn't been healthy. But same thing with the Panthers. Get back to simple stuff. Don't ask Sam to do too much. He's going back to being turnover Sam like he was with the Jets. So get back to simple stuff. Running the ball. And ask Sam Darnold not to make do too much. It's funny we look at this. Sometimes Alex Smith is probably the best example for this. He got the moniker of check down Alex, king of check down. But guess what? Sometimes check downs aren't bad. It's really not. And I know a lot of people knocked on Alex Smith, but I thought he was a good quarterback. He was accurate. He weren't going to give you a lot of turnovers. He wasn't going to throw a lot of interceptions. That's for sure. Still mobile enough. People don't realize that Alex Smith actually had decent mobility. But they would knock on him and they say, you don't take enough shots downfield. It's okay. I thought he was calculated. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's okay to be a calculated guy. Who's the guy that made a career off of checkdowns? Let me give you a hint. He has 7 Super Bowl rings. 7. Could have had 10. You know what I'm saying? His name is Tom Brady, the greatest winner at quarterback position. Y'all think that Tom Brady is doing anything flashy or anything that's going to make the highlight reel? No. Can Tom throw the deep ball? Of course he can. He can. But he's taking those shots downfield is when they present themselves. He's not doing it just to do it. Tom Brady has made a career of hitting the intermediate passes, taking what the defense gives you. He's made a career out of it. It's made him the greatest winner of all of football. 7 rings. He has 7 rings to prove that sometimes just taking what the defense gives you works. He's not out there throwing, for damn 500, 400 yards every game. No. Tom Brady will be happy if he takes 25 attempts, a little under 300 yards, and if 3-4 touchdowns. And that's without trying to air it out every damn play. He's doing that. He's made a career out of that. You can take the intermediate passes, the check down passes, the quick slants, the stuff that's going to get the. You know why Tom Brady doesn't get hit a lot? He gets rid of the ball. You can't sack a quarterback if the football is already out of his hands and it's in his playmaker's hands to make a play. That's the difference between other teams making adjustments than what the Chiefs are doing. You know, look, in quite honesty, I'm just going to be quite honest. The whole NFL right now is nuts. I mean, the parity in the AFC is unbelievable. I'm looking forward to January. I'm gonna be honest, because I believe, especially in the AFC, you're going to get some good damn football because there's going to be a lot of good teams fighting for those 7 spots. A lot of good teams. NFC, I think, is a little bit, especially the top 5 teams are kind of determined. Those last 2 wild card spots, they're open for anybody. But there's going to be some damn good football in the play all the time. He's trying to scramble too much. Every time he feels pressure, he ditches the pocket and tries to make Mahomes magic, and they've called him to the receivers coming back. That too. That's a good point right there. Defensive coordinators are teaching their defensive backs to plaster a wide receiver. Well, they notice that Mahomes is getting out of the pocket, find a receiver, latch on to him, and keep your eyes up. Adjustments. Ryan, it's adjustments, man. World, everybody listen, it's adjustments. It's no different from everyday people out here that have to adjust their life to COVID. It's no different. You know, life was good and dandy before COVID. No mask, walking freely, not worrying about certain, a disease like COVID, an illness like that. Now we're almost 2 years into this mess. If you haven't adjusted to COVID yet, you've either passed away from it or you just don't give a fuck. People got to adjust. It's adjustments. That's all it is. I mean, you got to make the adjust. Cowboys did great at adjusting. They noticed that they were defense was giving up everything last year. Maybe Mike Nolan was trying to be too complicated and too cute with the defense. He gets fired. They bring in Dan Quinn. He simplifies it. Now look at that Dallas defense. I will put them up against any defense right now. I'm not saying they're the top defense, but they're getting turnovers. They're getting the offensive team off the field, the opposing offensive team off the field, and they're giving their high explosive offense more opportunities. They adjusted. I mean, again, Cincinnati adjusted. Let's make sure we keep Joe Burrow upright by, making certain play calls. He's going to get the ball out of his hands and let the playmakers do what they do. Adjust it. Carolina hasn't adjusted. That's why they lost the last 4. Denver hasn't adjusted. That's why they lost the last 4. And Vic Fangio is going to be gone. That's the name of the game. Hell, it's the name of life. Adjusting the shit. When the atmosphere and the your media platform or whatever changes around you, the scenery around you changes, you adjust. It's no different. We do it. Everybody does it every year, every day. When the temperature changes from fall to spring, you adjust. When it changes from spring to summer, you adjust. Summer to fall, you adjust. Fall to winter, you adjust. Adjust. It seems so simple, but people are making this shit so damn complicated. This ain't fucking rocket science, y'all. Hell, you gotta adjust. The good teams are gonna adjust. You're gonna see. Look, we're starting to hit to these jinx, right? Yeah, jinx, man. Look, you're going to see the teams that are going to be willing to adjust. The ones are going to be sticking around in January. You just got to commit to it. You just have to be able to just stick to it, commit to it, and take it on as a challenge. You don't adjust, everything around you passes you by. It's no different from life. It really isn't. Just like friends, if you can't change your friends, change your friends. Some shit with life work. Yeah, sports, exactly. You got that right? I mean, it's nuts. I can't harp on it enough. I mean, look, the Rams even did it. The Rams were a continuous playoff team, made it to a Super Bowl. They saw a ceiling with Jared Goff. We got to adjust. Shift his ass out of here. Now the Rams look like one of the best teams in the league with Matthew Stafford. Adjusting, y'all. I'm looking forward. Can't lie. For the next, especially for as a Chiefs fan, this stretch of games. You got the Giants, Packers, Raiders, and Cowboys. Next 4 games. This is, to me, is going to be the true telling of the Chiefs' character and how the rest of the season is going to go. If they can go at least 2-2 at this next 4 stretch, then I got good optimism that they'll be able to just still make a playoff push. If they go 1-3, it's over. If they go 0-4, it's definitely over in these next 4 games. These next 4 games are huge for the Chiefs. Because they don't have a bye week till I think week 11 or something like that. So look, it's going to be some very interesting football. Of course, we'll talk some more later in the week, leading up to a Thursday night's football game, especially on Thursday show. Then we'll get more talk of some baseball. World Series starts tomorrow. You got the Houston Astros taking on the Atlanta Braves. Good to see the Atlanta Braves back in World Series talk, man. It's good to see them. They start that series tomorrow. Well, later today, Tuesday. Of course, NBA's in full swing. Regular season started last Tuesday. Every team has already played at least 2 games already. So we'll definitely be keeping our eyes out on some basketball as well. But look, y'all, it's been real. My man, Ryan, thank you for chopping it up, staying up with me. Thank you for all the support. Everybody tuning in to I.O.W. But look, y'all stay tuned, y'all. It's been real. A great time tonight. Like I said, go to the website, copy some merch, donate to the Patreon if willing, if you can, cop some merch, all that. But tune in Thursday we're doing our week 8 NFL Pick'ems. But I'll be back here tomorrow, midnight, God willing. It's been real, y'all. Peace.
Yo. Sound like LTD Hoods. Let's get it. Let's go. Yeah. Alright, let me get serious this time. Yo. I'm on my God of War shit, all the war spits. Let the bass kick, nigga, feel the fucking floor lip. Watch your pores rip from these razor blade fingertips. Smoke hit your face like a hammer fist. Outstanding with suicidal flow. Nose diving to a free fall. Speedball, cannonball, jerking out on Adderall. I just watch the bodies fall. Super charged like Dragon Ball. When I spit this fire out my mouth, you hear the dragon's call. Deadly with explosive, if you're softer than some woven silk. Grind the rapper's flesh in the syrup and call it muscle milk. So nutritious, my hunger forever endless. I'm vicious and bloodthirsty, my nigga. I handle business pretentious, I leave them injured. Eating pickles for dinner, underground like not the splinter. Then hibernate for the winter. Illiterate, so I can give a fuck about the sentence. Belligerent, so I don't give a fuck about repentance. Johnny plays with a bag of haze over roast spirits. I'm forced to be reckoned with when I'm beating all limits. These lyrics are packed with venom. Rattlesnakes in the kitchen, cooking the recipes full of poison. I leave them finished.